Today on Designing Spaces, elevating the way we learn, introducing our kids to the world of dry erase markers, bouncing back from bad credit, how to get a financial second chance, an innovative way to protect your new car with layered security, and stylish and safe, shower and bath safety with spa-like style. Time to design.
It's no secret that EXPO markers have a special place in the classroom for both teachers and kids. In fact, studies show that 75% of all information processed by the brain is derived from visual formats, and using EXPO markers and a whiteboard can also make learning more enjoyable for the students. My neighbor Keely told me that she just discovered EXPO, the leader in dry erase markers, offers an assortment of so many different colors and styles of markers that we're going to use them to liven up our home learning area. Our kids love hanging out together, so we've arranged a homework play date to get a fresh start on the year and share some tips on how you can make your home classroom better than ever.
EXPO's mission is, whether you're at school, work, or home, it's about communicating early thoughts and working through them together so that we can refine them and make ideas better. EXPO's job is to provide simple and seamless collaboration tools that are available to help you teach, learn, and organize.
Oh, fresh supplies, and I love all of these colors.
Me too.
We love to use these when they have homework, they're practicing for tests, any kind of projects, and I really like these wet erase markers for the stuff that you need to put on the board and needs to stay a little bit longer.
No, we actually use ours for weekly planning sessions with an emphasis on using color, especially since my kids are a bit younger.
Oh, I love a planning sesh. Here, let's get these all set up for the kids.
Okay.
EXPO's created a variety of options for its consumers, from large classroom packs to starter sets that include spray and erasers, as well as a breadth of colors that can enhance any learning experience. We have found that students use dry erase markers for a variety of things in the classroom, from individual work to group projects and quick thinking. EXPO markers can be found all around the room.
Kaylee, did I do this right?
This is perfect. This is exactly how I set it up at home. Each kid has their own color and they can just check off their assignments when they're done.
I love that. This is also what I like using the wet erase EXPO for, and this makes it really easy to make sure they have everything they need for school every day too.
Exactly.
EXPO offers wet erase markers that feature ink that will only come off with a wet or damp cloth. Those allow you to have a more permanent writing experience when you need it, but still have the flexibility to erase as well.
Here are those whiteboards we got ready earlier for the kids.
They love these. Our teachers use these all the time. It's great for studying, practicing spelling words. Hey kids, Keely brought us some whiteboards for our homework.
There are a variety of tip types, from chisel markers that allow you to write in broad strokes as well as thin lines, bullet tip that can be seen broadly across the room, and then there are more fine markers that can be used for detailed tasks, as well as ultrafine for super detailed writing.
Okay, so he had hibernation.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we write down this word. If he gets it right, we erase it.
Okay.
If he gets it wrong, we leave it up, and then he looks at it, it's wrong, and then he figures out a new way to write the word because he got that one wrong.
Okay.
Teachers understand the value of using dry erase boards and markers in their lessons, and parents can take the same techniques and use that at home to enhance their kids' learning with EXPO's simple and seamless tools.
Well, it looks like the homework play date was a success. Everyone enjoyed finding their favorite markers, and we even had time to play our favorite drawing games. If you're looking to enhance your creativity, amplify your learning, and make a lasting impact, visit expomarkers.com. And as always, you can go to our website, designingspaces.tv. See you next time.
When it comes to designing, buying, remodeling, or upgrading our spaces, our financial situation and even our credit score can have a big impact. For those struggling with bad credit or trying to get back on their feet financially, the impact is very real. The good news is, there is hope.
I went through a divorce, and so that took a toll on my whole life. Everything got rearranged, my life got turned upside down, and I basically had to start over. I had to file bankruptcy. I couldn't afford the bills on my own any longer. Ended up losing our home, lived with family for about 3 years, myself and my children. After about 3 years, in that process, I started rebuilding my credit.
Valerie's situation is very common. You see that it happens to people all the time. Something unexpected comes up and they're not necessarily prepared for it. And it could be through poor money management, or it could be something that's just completely through no fault of their own. People like Valerie are so important to Premier Bankcard because one single credit score doesn't define them as a person. There are ways to come back from that, and we want to make sure that we give you a second chance.
I just learned that credit is everything, really. I mean, even to like some employment positions, they do pull your credit. It comes down to insurance, everything you need credit. So going through this process, I did become more financially aware and more, I would guess, credit savvy, and just knowing little tricks on how to pay my credit cards on time and paying more than the minimum payment, and just little things like that that would help boost my credit.
So something that Valerie did so well is she started with a card with a smaller limit. She made her payments on time. She made sure she was monitoring her finances. She graduated to a card with a larger limit. So step by step, the path was just laid out for her to graduate to an unsecured card. Credit is very important. Credit is the thing that will help you get better scores, better interest rates when you want to buy a house, or something as simple as if you want to rent a car, or in Valerie's case, if you want to redo your home. So it really plays into a lot of different factors in your life.
As Valerie began getting her financial life back on track, her personal life also changed.
About 4.5 years now, yes, I met my fiance. We hit it off, started dating, and then he was there through some of the challenges that I did experience, but not so much of it. But we've been dating. We got engaged, we have a child, and so we purchased the home about almost, I would say, 2 years now. So just being able to become a homeowner was a significant change in my life. Having better credit, it definitely helps all around. Like you stated, having a safety net, not having to worry about, if something breaks, how am I gonna fix it? Having those larger credit lines and having a home, having equity in your home and being able to fix things if needed, it definitely plays a big part. Because if I was in this situation 5 years ago, I think I would be really stressed out and not have that savings or not have a credit card that I can fall back on to purchase things that were a must. It makes me feel good. I think at the end of the day, that was the ultimate goal, is to get out of the dark place I was in. And along the way, I just met a great person that, that is sharing life with me and my family, and being able to come home together as a big blended family. I think that is the ultimate goal at the end of the day, and it fills my heart.
Premier is built a little bit different from what I've seen from other companies. We want to give people that second chance. So in order to do that, we take risks sometimes and we approve people with a little bit of lower scores because we want to help them overcome those hurdles. Graduating to that larger card, I think, has really helped her have some peace of mind. She's been able to provide for her family. She's been able to get this amazing house with her fiance and just really move on from a darker chapter in her life to something more uplifting and more positive going forward.
And today, Suhei is making a special visit to Valerie's home. Valerie doesn't know it, but Suhei has a very special surprise for Valerie and her family.
Your kitchen renovation looks awesome.
Thank you so much. It took a lot of hard work. Everything was redone from the cabinets to the countertops. The only thing we didn't get to was the stove.
Well, we heard about that. and we want to fix that for you. So Premier Bankcard is going to be partnering with Designing Spaces to sponsor you a brand new stove. What? Oh my gosh. Yes, a brand new stove. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. We just want to say that we're so proud of everything that you've accomplished on your own, for you and for your family. And we want to wish you the best on your journey, but let you know that we're still here every step of your credit journey. Thank you so much.
Starting in the situation that I was put in, I mean, it does feel like you're the only person going through this, or you're ashamed because you're in the situation and you can't get simple things like a vehicle or an apartment. But there is hope. There is always just the hard work and dedication, and if you just focus on improving, you can get through it and come out on the other end. I do say Premier Bankcard has been there along the way from my early stages of coming out of bankruptcy to now. I still use the card, I still have them both open, and they've been a significant part of my credit journey.
For more information, check out mypremiercreditcard.com or our website, designingspaces.tv. New cars are often equipped with advanced computer technology to enhance our lives behind the wheel. Offerings like navigation screens, keyless entry, and even remote starting are now standard equipment and highly coveted by car owners. While these technological advancements offer numerous conveniences for drivers, they've also inadvertently made cars easier to steal. In 2022, more than 1 million vehicles were reported stolen in the United States. That's one every 45 seconds. With its inventory of hundreds of cars on the lot, Chris George knows all too well that his dealership is an attractive target.
Security is a big issue for us, and being able to keep track of our inventory is very important. Technology is a tool. The benefit of technology and being one step ahead is to be able to put the tools in the hands of our employees and our customers to make their life easier. Buying a car should be easy. Keeping track of it should be easy. I was frustrated with what we had. We had an alarm system that we would provide to customers for years, and it was one-dimensional. It wasn't sufficient to actually do the job in the way that I wanted to do the job for our own needs and for the benefit of the consumer.
As experts in automobile security for over 30 years, Stargard GPS is a stolen vehicle recovery service for dealerships and their customers.
So how cars are being stolen now is much more sophisticated than it used to be. When you think of auto theft, you might think of someone with a crowbar hot-wiring a vehicle, and that's just not how they are being stolen anymore. These vehicles are becoming much more sophisticated now. The convenience features that the customers are getting, such as a keyless fob to enter the vehicle, is actually making it more vulnerable to auto theft. These vehicles come with some sort of factory security already, whether it's a keyless alarm or a location device. For over 35 years, our company has specialized in auto security for car dealerships to offer to their customers. Our mission is to constantly evolve as technology is advancing.
Some of the features that were very attractive for us in discovering Stargard were the fact that you could locate your inventory at any time on the lot 24 hours a day, that you could check the status of a battery, that you would know if a car actually moved after hours. So it provided answers to questions without wasting time, effort, and energy and man hours.
A Stargard GPS device is installed in the vehicle that transmits a GPS and cellular signal, pinpointing and triangulating the vehicle's exact location.
The reality is that if your vehicle is actually stolen, the insurance company has 30 days to find and recover your vehicle. Typically, they find it. They find it 3 weeks later. We make the difference on not if they get it back, but when they get it back. Once a customer has realized their vehicle has been stolen, they can immediately contact our 24-hour call center. Our team will assist them with filing a police report. By doing this, we treat this as a priority 1 crime in process. Our team will work directly with the dispatchers and provide real-time coordinates to lead the police directly to that theft location. We even have a task force that will go into Mexico in the event the vehicle breaches the United States border. Not only are we protecting the customer's vehicle and their belongings inside the vehicle, we're protecting their personal information.
With an average recovery time of 30 minutes or less, Stargard technology protects your vehicle with an advanced theft protection and vehicle location service.
Some of the features on the application give the consumer full visibility of their vehicle to see where it is in real time. They can look at past and historical location information as well. They can do custom alerts, which would allow them to monitor the speed threshold of the vehicle, set geofencing. We have a feature on our platform called the theft fence alert. What this allows the customer to do is simply set a custom alert. They can get an immediate text or email knowing if that vehicle is moving when it shouldn't be. Ultimately, we're giving our customers peace of mind, whether it's they're driving their vehicle, forgot where they parked, if they're loaning the vehicle out, if they have a teenage driver driving it, or they go to a nice dinner and they have a valet driver. It just gives the customer peace of mind that the car is where it should be.
It's a fantastic tool to obviously locate and identify where something is. And then when you call law enforcement, if they're not going to pick it up on a camera with a plate reader, we can actually give them the exact location, and frequently we'd have our car back within hours. Some of the feedback we get from our customers from having the Stargard product on their vehicle is peace of mind, because they know they have answers to questions in time of need.
When shopping for your next car, be sure to ask your dealership about Stargard GPS. You can also go to their website, stargardgps.com. And as always, you can visit us at designingspaces.tv. Fit, fabulous, and active. That's today's baby boom generation, with more than 70 million strong. And that includes Carolyn and Chris Jones from Miami, Florida.
Hi, I'm Carolyn, and this is my husband, Chris. And we love living in Miami, and we love our lifestyle here. Bike riding, hiking, we swim a lot. But you know, we're almost in our 60s, so we get a lot of aches and pains here and there, and we take care of our parents as well. So we're looking for something to bring at home that will give us a little more safety.
In fact, one place at home can be especially unsafe as we get older: the bathroom. That's where about 80% of household falls happen. Enter Seachrome.
Chris and Carolyn, so nice to meet you. Doug Carmichael from Seachrome.
Hi, Doug. Thank you for coming. Well, we renovated our bathroom, and it looks beautiful right now, so we do need something sturdy and safe, but we don't want it to look like a hospital.
I totally understand, but it's so important to have safety in the bathroom, and Seachrome can provide products that don't have that institutional look that'll give you the spa-like experience you're looking for. At Seachrome, for over 55 years, we've made shower seats that meet the American with Disabilities Act. This means they're sturdy and compliant. In addition, we have matching grab bars that you can put in there for handling and stepping in and out of the shower. The seat is only as good as what it's installed into. So it's important that you use a professional to install your seat and locate the wood studs behind the wall. Once you locate the studs, our seat is designed to be 16 inches on center, which is the normal spacing of studs on a wall. And then what's great is we include a template, and Jesus is just going to level that template up so that we have a level seat. So now that we've got this taped up against the wall, we can see exactly where we need to drill our holes, and we'll go ahead and get that done. You can see now that he's putting just a little dab of silicone into each screw hole, and that's real important to make a waterproof installation. So important, that transition from the floor into the shower floor where it could be wet, to make sure that you're holding onto something as you make that transition into the shower. This is where falls will take place. Again, a very slim look with that teak wood that gives you the spa-like experience you're looking for. It's easy to clean, and when it's not in use, it'll fold right up against the wall. And for that upstairs tub shower, we have the Bridgeport tub seat. What's great about this is underneath there are adjustable posts. This will fit inside the tub, but when you don't need it, it can go back in the closet.
Doug, thank you so much, really. We love it. I think it feels so secure and beautiful.
Great. I'm so glad I could help. Enjoy your new shower.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
To see the full Seachrome collection for shower and bath, go to seachrome.com or check us out at designingspaces.tv. For more information on anything you've seen on today's show, or to be a part of the show, go to our website, designingspaces.tv.